Welcome to Poison Pills and Legislative Bills #1. My name is Terry Traub. I'm a wife, a mother, a grandmother, and a retired worker. I've been a Democrat for 47 years. I am deeply concerned on what the Democrat Party is doing to Americans. Unknown to most of us, the Democrat Party started changing in the 1960s. The first sign of this was the War on Poverty bill that was introduced 1.5 months after the assassination of John F. Kennedy. It was introduced by Lyndon B. Johnson. The Democrat Party knew that if you needed to get out of poverty, both parents had to work, they had to have self-discipline, and they had to have a strong work ethic. They had to educate their children. The poison pill in the War on Poverty bill was the man in the house clause. This was an anti-marriage clause. The man had to leave the house if you wanted to get your full welfare benefits. So what happens when a male can't protect, he can't provide, and he can't guide his family? Where does he go? He's been kicked out of society. His options weren't many. In the 1960s, we had the very unpopular Vietnam War started by the Democrat Party. Or you could go and get drugs, you could be an alcoholic, and you had one last option, and that was the gangs. The gangs are another society, and they offer leadership and mobility to males, but your lifespan was less than 20 years. Now the Democrat Party had two crises to talk about. One was the poor, and the other was the enlargement of the gangs. Where was the outrage? Jesse Jackson and Jorge Ramos never said anything about this bill or what it's doing to the minorities. If the Republicans start talking about it, well, we have this great gig. We call you racist. And then the Democrat-controlled media supports us. We are now 50 years later, and 1964 we had 36 million poor. Today we have 46 million poor. The Democrat Party is ecstatic that they've prevented 10 million people from going to the middle class. Why? Because they can't control the middle class. Well, if you're in unions they can, but otherwise they can't. They'd rather that you were poor and uninformed, so you will vote as a bloc when you're told how to vote. I think the Democrat Party only wants two classes. One would be the elite and the aristocrats, the other will be the poor and the peasants. I'm ashamed to be a Democrat. And I am so sorry to that 10 million people that are now poor because of this bill. The Democrat Party has done more damage to minority families than any politically incorrect words could do. This bill has condemned males in the poor to go to gangs unless you're usually talented or you have strong self-discipline. The Democrat Party does not deserve to be called Democrat. They should be what they are, the Socialist Communist Party. But if you still believe in this party that says one thing and does another, then make sure when you vote for the Democrat, you say, I want to be a peasant. Thank you.